So hello everybody, this is Sam here, and welcome to a video on Starcraft 2. I've been playing this game recently and figured I'd do a video on it. I don't know if I'm going to do an actual full series on it or anything. This particular video literally is just a Terran versus very easy AI, and so we're just gonna hope to do good. Anyway, so I start the match out. I want to build refineries on top of those Vespene geysers so I can get Vespene gas. And for anybody who's never played this game, this video is going to be sort of confusing. But I also want to build supply depots because they increase my supply so I can build more units, and they also allow me to build barracks. So I want to go ahead and start building barracks right off the bat. Sending some extra SCVs to go gather Vespene. And I'm also building SCVs while I'm doing this. I think this particular run, I did pretty well, actually. I'm normally not that great playing as Terrans in StarCraft 2, but I think I did pretty good this time. Also, if you see me hitting build commands and move commands and stuff like that without, clicking on the buttons in the bottom right hand corner, that's because every button down there has a hotkey. As you can see, they all have hotkeys tied to the keyboard, which I have learned for the most part. It makes things a lot faster. Anyway, so I got a barracks. I'm building a tech lab on the barracks so the barracks can build more advanced units. Send that SCV back to work. Have this SCV build a engineering bay, which contains upgrades for units. Also allows me to build missile turrets. Now barracks unlock the ability to build bunkers and the factory building. I think they also unlock Ghost Academy. I'm not sure. Here I'm trying to find a good spot to build a defense, and then I realized, oh hey, the second set of mineral deposits is in a really great spot to defend, so I'm just gonna move my defenses up and send an SCV down there to build a command center. You can see just sitting there waiting on the 400 minerals to build a command center. Also, I want to quickly apologize for the lag that's going on in the video. That's actually what I had to deal with. For some reason, I don't know why, my entire computer, whether I'm running a game or not, has been doing just random lag spikes. I checked via Task Manager to see if the CPU was being used up, and it's not. It just, I don't know why my computer's doing it. It just is. Also, it's worth noting that if you hold the shift key when you're telling a unit to do something, you can chain actions up, so a unit will do multiple actions back to back. Great for having a unit go a specific path to a location instead of just a straight as possible line, but it's also great for having your SCVs build multiple buildings back to back, like these missile turrets here. Right now I got the engineering bay working on an upgrade for the bunkers that increases the bunker capacity by 2, and I believe boosts its health by 100, which is really nice. That's why I'm making 2 extra Marines. And so now I got a factory on the way. The simple Terran build order involves building supply depots so you can build barracks, and then you can build factories, and then starports. And there's upgrades for factory and starport units with the buildings that are unlocked by building them, the armory, and the fusion core. So right now we're working on building a factory. That'll unlock both the armory and the starport. And the starport is going to be very useful for winning this round, because I'm not going to go easy on this AI. I am going to hit it with everything I've got. Also, I have that command center upgrading into an orbital command center. which will be very useful. I'm also having these
Not enough minerals.
supply depots built on the bridge here.
Command center upgrade.
It's a strategy that I actually haven't used before, and it in theory could be useful.
Upgrade complete.
It's a supply depot wall. Because supply depots in this game can now hide underground, so that your units can walk over them and then pop back up whenever you want. You can make a wall that your units can walk over, but enemy units can't. So that's the idea there. I'm also having the factory build siege tanks. They're very useful for taking out ground forces. Using scanner sweep here to try and locate the enemy. And, well, they're not here. But we'll find them, don't worry. They're on the map somewhere. Man, my voice feels weird. Anyway, it's worth noting that I never actually sent SCVs to work on these second set of reactors, and that's going to bite me later. The siege tank's stuck on this supply depot, so I had to make them dive. Oh, the poor siege tank. It's also worth noting that if you double-click on any particular unit or building, it'll select all of those that are on screen. So that's useful for selecting individual unit types. It's also worth noting that if you're selecting units, if you press shift while selecting units, it just selects the unit that's, you know, it selects both the units you already have selected and the one you just clicked. Also there I used the call down supply. Now that's why I didn't really build that many supply depots in this round. I believe you can double a supply depot's actual supply by just calling down supply. So you only need to build like half the number of supply depots in order to accomplish that.
I can't build here.
You see, the lag made me misclick. I also built a planetary fortress, which is a command center that can attack, but also has the disadvantage of not being able to lift off the ground anymore. All the Terran buildings can lift off, well, not all of them. All the production facilities can lift off the ground. Also building a fusion core and a factory, so I can get upgrades for my ground and air units. First enemy attack wave, and I know that the enemy is now a Zerg. The enemy is set to very easy difficulty, which means that they really don't do much. This video is more about showing the basics of the game. I might do another video where I play against a harder AI, but I don't really think I'm that great at the game. At this point, I'm like, well, I got a bunch of extra minerals, I got time while I'm waiting on my fusion core and armory to be built. I might as well expand my base over here so I can get access to more minerals and Vespine. I also researched weapon refit for the battlecruiser. Have this SCV come down here and build 2 reactors. Now that I've got everything I need, I set the rally point over here and set up 3 battlecruisers to be built. They're the strongest units in the Terran arsenal. They're the Terran capital ships, which they really do a lot of damage very fast. I guess the downside of the battlecruisers is that despite having thick armor, they still do go down relatively fast if you hit them with a heavy enough arsenal. Also, the call down mule option calls down a temporary unit called a mule, which is stronger than an SCV. You know, it mines faster, it repairs faster, you know. There's the enemy. There's their main base there. Siege tanks, by the way, are even more useful when you're talking about having the high ground. So I figure I'll build some defenses here for this base, since it's pretty undefended.
Who called in the fleet?
Also build some starports, just so I get extra unit production. Because you have multiple buildings working on the same unit at the same time, and you get, you know, multiple
Mineral
units at a
field
time.
completed.
Get some upgrades for my battle cruisers. Also, keep an eye on my Vespene.
Research.
It's actually getting kind of low, and that's because I still only have 2 reactors running at full capacity. The other 4 reactors don't have any SCVs on them, and I didn't even notice.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm gonna have the barracks also build some more units here to fill that new bunker I built.
Upgrade
So we'll
complete.
build 4 Marines and a...
Bad news. I'm going.
and I forget what they're called. Marauders, that's what they're called. I'm also building 3 more missile turrets, which target just air units, as well as a sensor tower. My starport is finished, so I'm having it build a tech lab so I can build battle cruisers, and building another one. Checking on upgrades, make sure that everything's running, and then I decided to just spend more energy calling down supply. I didn't really need that much supply, but I figured, you know, build another orbital center down here.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Now that I've got 3 starports, I figure I don't need to build a 4th starport. I'm fine with 3.
Command center upgrade complete.
Go, go, go!
Add-on complete. Upgrade complete.
Who called in the fleet?
So we got a bunch of battle cruisers being built, and it's about this point that I start thinking to myself, why don't I have enough Vespene? I should have like 4 refineries working.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
And then I realized in a few minutes that, oh,
Mineral field depleted.
I never set anybody to these. I'm looking for extra SCVs right now to put on the bottom base, because I'm thinking that that refinery's already been filled up in the middle, but no, it's not. In a few minutes you'll notice me figuring that out.
Who called in the fleet?
And battle cruisers
Insufficient
cost
Vespene
a
gas.
staggering 300 Vespene for each unit. So I mean, for that price, they gotta hit hard. Here's the second attack wave.
Called in the fleet.
I sent 2 Zerglings and 3 Roaches. Not really impressive, but I noticed shortly after this attack wave, there's more coming, but it's like an overlord, and that's it. By the way, that sensor tower, if you notice the little white ring on the minimap, the sensor tower tells me where enemies are, even if they're out of my field of view. So it's very useful for telling when an enemy attack is coming in. You see that little red dot there? There's an overlord, and he's quite close to death. Actually, I guess that was an overseer, but they're basically the same unit. I'm gonna call down some extra supply.
Upgrade
Not
complete.
enough energy. Yes, I'm aware of that. I got too many workers here working on that, so I'm gonna send them down here.
Gotcha.
I think this is where I noticed that I didn't have any workers on the middle refineries.
Big job, huh?
I was like,
Go
oh,
Vespene
I should
gas
probably have you guys
exhausted.
work over here. I get told, oh, this Vespene geyser is empty, so might as well have you 3 work down here.
Who called in the fleet? Ah, you scared
And I
me.
sort of had a bit of a
In the rear with the gear.
crisis trying to fill these reactors. And of course, you know, while I'm trying to do that, my production is sort of stopped.
Huh?
This is why I'm not really great at the game. Multitasking is not something I'm that great at.
Big job, huh? Yeah, whatever.
And now I'm getting back to building some more battlecruisers. I forgot where this starport was. But now with 3 starports up and running and building battlecruisers all at once, I end up with a bunch of them, and they're pretty strong. I set all the starports to send battlecruisers to one of my battlecruisers, and we're going to use tactical jump, which lets you jump to literally any spot on the map. And we're going to start taking the enemy base down. And again, the enemy's on very easy difficulties, so they only have a couple units that they can actually use to fight my battlecruisers. I don't know why they decided to send all their overlords straight into the fray, but they do, which is just brilliant. One of the interesting things about Starcraft is that, you know, you could be playing and, you know, much like these are here, you 1 second you'll be perfectly fine, perfectly safe, you'll think you have a decent defense, and then suddenly somebody drops 15 battlecruisers on your face, and there's nothing you can do, you just die. And this is basically what happened. You'll notice on the little map, my battlecruisers are actually finishing and immediately heading towards the fight, because they're all tied to the one battlecruiser that I sent out. I didn't need to be this aggressive towards the overlords, but I just be a modern fan. And they died. So now I'm getting more battlecruisers coming in, and I don't think there's really anything the Zerg here can do. They tried building a new spawning pool, like, yeah, no, bye-bye. Once you destroy the Zerg production facilities and spawning pools and stuff, they're unable to build the units that are tied to those buildings. So you want to focus on taking those out so they can't build any more units. I mean, they can always build drones, which are annoying.
Mineral field depleted.
I mean, you see these drones are trying to rebuild the base as I'm taking it down. In order to win, you have to destroy all enemy buildings. Enemy units can still be standing, but you have to destroy all their buildings. Any enemy building turrets too, even defensive structures, so you have to take those out too. You can see they're trying to send drones back up to rebuild their bases, and it won't be long before they just give up, but I'm not going to let them go that easy. I'm going to win by taking all of their bases out. So I'm just going to keep shooting their bases. And here I am, I'm like, okay, where's their base structures left? And I realized, oh, there's a extractor up towards the top that I missed. We'll just tactical jump back up here and take this extractor out. Okay, it's not over yet. There's still more. Okay, maybe they went to rebuild their base, and I missed them sending a drone. And, yeah, that's exactly what they tried doing.
Mineral field depleted.
Okay, they're still not dead. Well, maybe they went to rebuild the base that I just destroyed. Well, let's see. Did they try and do that?
Yes, Commander.
Yup. But that's how I won. So I hope you enjoyed. Bye.